In the last lesson, we learned how the nose is an incredibly complex instrument, able to experience and differentiate between trillions of different odorants. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the other parts of flavor, taste and texture. These are experienced by the tongue, which is a little more simple, but no less important. When we eat or drink something, it has to pass through our mouths and over our tongues. Just like the nose, the tongue picks up lots of information which it sends to the brain, which tells us what it tastes like. But instead of dealing in thousands of odorants like the nose, the tongue recognizes only 5: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Let's pause for a second, as the words we're using can get a little confusing. In everyday language, we use taste to mean flavor. We ask, what does that taste like? Or, am I going to taste this ice cream? In this course, we are going to use taste to mean everything that we experience in our mouths. Aroma, what our nose tells us. And flavor, the combination of taste and aroma. So, nose equals smell. And tongue equals taste plus texture. And together, smell plus taste plus texture equals flavor. Our tongues, like the olfactory bulb, have a whole bunch of receptors to catch the chemical compounds that make up tastes, and these are called taste buds. Taste buds are not as sensitive as the receptors in our nose, and are spread out right across our tongues. In certain areas, they are more sensitive to some tastes than others. Let's identify the 5 different tastes and where we generally experience them on our tongues. Sweetness. Everybody understands sweetness. It's that pleasurable taste found in sugary foods such as honey, caramel, and ripe fruits. Our tongues are most sensitive to sweetness right on the tip of our tongues. The next taste is sourness. We know this from the tart, biting taste of a lemon, lime, or vinegar. The taste buds that are most sensitive to sourness are focused on the sides of our tongues. The taste of saltiness is experienced in, no prizes here, salt. You will also find it in cured meats like bacon. Saltiness is also experienced best on the front of the tongue, but also towards the middle. The taste of bitterness is experienced in black coffee, beer, or unsweetened dark chocolate. You can think of bitterness as the opposite of sweetness, especially as it is experienced right at the back of our tongues. The final taste our tongues can perceive is umami. It is described as a pleasant savory taste found in soy sauce, parmesan, and ripe tomatoes. Umami is experienced best in the middle of our tongues and overlaps with the salty area. Whenever we eat or drink anything, our tongue understands them as various amounts of these 5 tastes. There is one more aspect to flavor that we need to cover that is also experienced by the palate. Texture. Texture is what the wine feels like when it's in your mouth. Is it fat, rich and creamy like fresh, full-fat milk? Or is it thin and light like water? Texture is the feeling of a wine, and these we can break into 3 categories: body, prickle, and heat. Body is where the wine fits in on the scale of thickness to thinness. Prickle is felt on the tongue from a spiciness or bubbles from sparkling wine. Heat is experienced as a glowing warmth on the back of your throat. The higher the alcohol, the warmer the wine. Texture plays a big part in a wine's flavor. Imagine taking a bite of your favorite hard cheese, and it's all soft like a marshmallow. Sometimes textures are difficult to describe, but they play an important role in a wine's flavor. Imagine all the different aromas in wine or colors, many, many different shades and types, all ready to be painted on a canvas. Now let's imagine the canvas is all the texture a wine might have. Just as the colors stick to and can be seen on the canvas, this is how flavor in wine works when you take a sip. The textures of the wine are its dimensions, its size, and the aromas are the colors and complexity it offers. Without texture, flavor would be like a lump of paint splattered on the floor. Well done on learning the very basics of flavor. Remember, flavor is a language, and nobody can just start speaking a language without practice. So start thinking about the flavor of everything you eat and drink. Think about whether it is sweet, sour, salty or umami, and what aromas it has, and have fun experiencing flavor.